Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with two of my friends, Lee Emmerich, who represents the Deacons at the Village Church, and Dick Gallagher, who represents the Maintenance Trustees at the Village Church. And the reason we're having some conversation with these gentlemen is because we're just beginning the next year of offices that have been elected by the Village Church, and we're starting to introduce individuals who are devoted to those two ministries. We're going to do that with these two ministries this coming Sunday. And so we're going to look at the trustees and the trustees and the deacons and find out a little bit about the nature of their ministries. Let's start with you, Lee, as we talk about the deacons. Exactly how many deacons are there to begin with?
There are five.
Five. And then and you all are trusted with doing what kinds of things in ministry?
Well, the mission of the Deacons is to provide support for the community. The first Sunday of each month, there's a collection taken up for benevolent funds. Mm-hmm. And those funds are used to support 4 or 5 agencies within the community.
Yeah, so it's basically a benevolent ministry.
Right.
The money goes outside, usually of Shell Point, although there are some things that are used in Shell Point, but primarily they're outside organizations. Tell us a little bit about those organizations.
We support Lifeline Family Center in Cape Coral, mm-hmm. which is a home for unwed mothers. Mm-hmm. We support the Gladiolus Development Center, which is a daycare place mm-hmm. where many of the employees here drop their children off when they come to work here at daycare.
So that's actually a way that we can support some of the staff who work here at Shell Point.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we support the Harry Chapin Food Bank, specifically for the South Fort Myers Food Pantry, which, we have 2 food drives a year, one coming up in April.
Yeah.
And we have added another agency called Path to Freedom, which is an organization that helps to rescue and rehabilitate children who have been drawn into the sex trafficking business.
Wow, that's an extraordinary ministry. And it's just getting started, really, isn't it?
That's correct, yes.
But Southwest Florida seems to be sort of a hotbed of sex trafficking, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the internal ministry we support is the Shell Point Employees Benevolent Fund mm-hmm. for employees that need help with either gasoline or food or whatever, so that they can continue to come to work and help Shell Point.
Yeah, fantastic ministries.
Yes.
Well, thank you and the gentlemen that work with you in supporting those ministries, and we're just really thrilled to be able to see that kind of support going outside of Shell Point primarily.
Thanks.
Now, Dick, let's talk with you. Okay. You are involved in the Trustees, which is a group of about the same size, isn't it?
Five people.
5 people. And what kind of stuff do you do?
Well, we kind of hide behind the rug sometimes. What we do is maintenance things and a lot of chair moving, a lot of table moving, and we do get help from Tom Frankenpool and his group in big setups.
Right. So it's a really behind-the-scenes ministry.
It is.
Supporting the various activities and events that we have in the auditorium primarily.
We also have a recycling program.
Oh, yes.
And we have 5 recycling bins in the church, which we empty on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. That takes care of all the old programs and things that used to get thrown in the trash, but now they get carried over to the recycling bin and put there and get recycled and come back as something else.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now we have we're really blessed here at the Village Church because of our collaboration and cooperation with Shell Point. So a lot of the major setups, like as you mentioned, Tom Frankenpool and his crew. Do a lot of that kind of thing, but there are always things that take place almost every weekend to move and to
we have
help.
Memorial services, we have
right.
regular church services, and we have concerts that come in, and he does most of the work on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll help him out on a Saturday afternoon, so he doesn't have to bring somebody in.
Yeah.
We've learned how to reset the new doors.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It used to be a simple process with just a turn of a key, but it's a little manual labor now.
That's right. Well, we appreciate so much the work that you and the trustees do and the work, Lee, that you and the deacons do. And we're going to be introducing your group this Sunday and get acquainted with folks, and so that I think our congregation will really be able to put faces with names and recognize who supports the ministries at the Village Church.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for being here
Well,
today.
glad to be here with you.
That's
Yes.
great.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on Village Church Connections.